Hi guys, Spartan765 here today. Today I'm not doing a gun review, I'm doing a security review. And that is, if you have a room in your house, like I do, which is, storage, workroom, you got a lot of tools, gun safe, ammunition, pretty much a room that you have a significant amount of valuables in that you do not want unauthorized people being in here or gaining access to it. Today I'm going to go over some options for a secure door inside the house. This can also apply to if your entry door and your front door, your back door in your house, and how to make it more secure as well. But I'm going to start off here. This is the door, this hollow core door right here that used to be there. This was unplanned to have this put in. First off, I'm going to say hollow core doors are not security doors. Like, these will not stop a determined person or even really slow them down from getting into where they want to go. All these do is will stop, like, let's say I have a buddy in here who wants to take a pack of cigarettes or some cigarettes, or a family member that wants to get in here and take something. All this is going to do is stop them because they're not going to break the door to get in here. Now, what I had on this door here is a deadbolt right there with a brace plate and a keyed knob right there. Now, the brace plate is just this. It fits right over there to stop the door from splitting when someone tries to kick it in. Also, on the actual door jamb itself, I had 2.5-inch screws in the strike plates, 2.5-inch screws in each hole there and there for the knob. Now, the actual deadbolt itself, yesterday, the connecting bar snapped, so the key just spun freely and the door was stuck locked. So I'm like, okay, shit. Well, the only thing I can really do to get in there is if I couldn't, do anything with lock picks or anything like that because, the connecting bar broke. So what I did was I had to kick or body slam the door in, which, is just ramming your whole body mass up against the door. And I weigh about 190, 200 pounds. And now, with that, even with that plate on there, the door didn't fail here where it normally would have, right along here, or the door jamb didn't fail because I had that reinforced as well with longer screws. Where the hollow core door did fail, as you can see right here, the door literally just split completely and wedged right in. As you can see inside these hollow core doors, you have shitty little hardboard wood, like 1/8 of an inch thick, and then cardboard inside. Just goes to show. So anyway, what I did was, okay, I figured I have to replace the door, so I'm going to go out and spend some money to get a good security door, not only for when I'm gone, but also for when I'm here, because in this room there is no windows, and if someone were to either stealthily break into the house or get into the house without me knowing about it, I wouldn't know or see them really until they were pretty close to this room, which is why I usually have a gun laying out there, so if someone ever does break in when I'm in here, I have a gun that I can defend myself with. Now also, this door also could be used in a small way as like a safe room if you have a door like this, because the way I have this door set up, this will deny someone entry. Even a bigger person continuously kicking and beating and body slamming on this door, the door should not fail. Obviously, if you have somebody that's going to come in here with like a chainsaw or like a metal grinder or something, yeah, obviously then, it's not a vault door by any means, but as far as your basic, human body slamming and kicking goes, this door would not fail. Now, if this door, as it sits by itself, if I didn't reinforce the door would kick in with one kick. And that's because here, as you see, these doors have pine door jambs, and the grain runs like this. So right behind here, where the lock sits, you got about 3/8 of an inch of wood, and that'll literally just split out. A perfect example is back when I lived at the other house and I was growing up, my sister, we had a back door like this in the back of our garage, and it just had a knob lock, no deadbolt, and she went down the hill on the sled and maybe hit the door going about, 10 miles an hour, blew right through the door like nothing. She's a little 70-pound, 13-year-old kid at the time. She didn't even get hurt. The door just failed that easily. I mean, they will kick in if you don't reinforce them properly. It's just more of a false sense of security than actual security. Now, what I have on here is just a Schlagg lock set. I could have just built one out of all the parts I have down there, but I figured I'm getting a new door. Might as well get a new lock set. By the way, this entire setup was $280 for the door, the lock set, the brace plate, and the door jamb brace as well, and obviously the shims. Now, in order to make this door strong, the first thing I did was I leveled the studs right here on the door frame, and then screwed this side of the door frame completely flush with the studs. So there's no spacing in here. There's no shimming. This is completely flush. Now, yes, in theory, that's not, the proper construction method to install a door, but as far as the strength goes in this side, it makes it stronger that way. On this side here, it's shimmed, properly shimmed, but each hinge on the jamb side of the door has one 3-inch screw going in through about right there on each hinge. So that also strengthens the hinge, so the hinge can't pop out of the frame and fail too by splitting the wood. And then, as usual, one standard shim set up there on top. Alright, as you can see here, it was just laid down on the carpet, which isn't the proper way to do it, but it works, and it's just strong enough. But the big thing right here is this reinforcing bar. As you can see, this just screws in here. These are all 3-inch screws here. The entire frame was installed with, let me show you here. I didn't use nails, the proper method. I used these big, heavy-duty 3-inch screws that'll have about 3,500 to 3,600 pounds of pulling force just to get one out of the wood. So they're fairly decent, and the deadbolt side of the door has, as you can see here, just put them in there, and this thing has multiple screw holes in it going all the way down. This is a metal brace plate here, stops someone from kicking it in or body slamming it in. As you can see here, I had to modify a little bit to get the deadbolt to fit real tight in there. Yes, this isn't an aesthetically pleasing thing, but it is security. I mean, you can either usually go with aesthetically pleasing or you can go with secure, and I'd rather go with secure. Now, something like this obviously would be ideal for an entry door in a house too, but like, let's say I'm sitting in here by myself, somebody breaks in and tries to body slam the door, kick it down. They wouldn't be able to, which would give me time to grab my gun and then shoot the intruder. Also, if I'm not home, if somebody's going to get through this door, they're going to have to make a hell of a lot of noise. And I'd think by that time, the neighbor or somebody would hear them or notice that something was going wrong and notify the police. This door alone, though, if you have guns, isn't what I'd call secure enough. That's why you have to have a gun vault for your guns too, or you should anyway, because that right there is a T120 rated safe, where it takes 20 minutes, I believe the rating is 20 minutes with torches, drills, and stuff like that by professionals to be able to get into that son of a bitch. That's a burglary rated safe, which is something that you'd also want too. But yes, also, when you put a door in like this, you obviously want to make sure everything's perfectly leveled with the level. I mean, this is not rocket science, people. Some people just think they don't know how to do this. I grew up doing construction work with my grandpa in the summer when I was younger, and I learned all this stuff. And this is a life skill to be able to figure this out. And then again, it's not even that complicated. I mean, it's really not. A lot of it's common sense. But anyway, another nice thing about this door, as far as sound goes, on a hollow core door is these has this air seal here, and the door itself is I believe it's I don't know if it's filled with wood or if it's filled with foam. I'm not sure. I think it's wood. But anyway, whatever your standard entry door is, that's what it's made out of. I know it's steel clad, and I don't know what material's inside it. I do know inside the lock holes there, it is wood. There might be a wooden brace that comes out like that and down. The rest might be foam, or the whole thing might be wood. Inside, it was fairly heavy. So, I mean, it took 2 people just to lift the damn thing. But yeah. Anyway, with the sound barrier there, this is obviously an external door, so it was designed to insulate from the cold and heat. But it also, like I said, acts as a perfect sound barrier. So, if you're in here on the computer listening to music, or if people are out there playing video games, or it cancels out the noise pretty well, which is a side benefit of it. But anyway, that's my review of the new security door. Any comments, questions, send me a message, part 765 out.